This ABC 15 Flash Briefing is sponsored by Sanderson Ford. Straight up.
I'm Katie Rammel with your top stories from ABC15 Arizona. A new lawsuit challenging mask mandates in school. More than 28,000 kids in the Phoenix Union High School District are back on campus, masked up this week. Phoenix Union was the first to defy state law and require masks. A teacher, though, challenging that decision with a new lawsuit, saying the mandate violates the law. It'll be up to a judge to decide. As the mask debate plays out, the first major outbreak reported at a Valley school. Chandler Unified's COVID dashboard shows 32 cases at Hamilton High School. A statement from the district says they aren't making any changes right now. Stronger mitigation measures would go into effect if 1% of students and staff are sick with COVID. And right now, that number's at 0.75. Going in depth on the data for you, specifically on COVID and kids. Of the new cases reported today, 547 are people under the age of 20. That is more than 25%. Our data expert Garrett Archer breaks down the trends we're seeing.
We've been seeing a trend for several weeks now in which the younger populations are increasing their daily share of COVID-19 cases, while the older populations continue a downward trend. So if we look at specifically under 20, this is a demographic that is very much in the news as schools are starting. And we are seeing them at about 23% of cases in any given day and rising. That is above their mean for the entire year.
Garrett says this trend could continue when college students return to campus. We saw a rise among cases for those under 20 at this same time last year. Today, the CDC issued another order to stop some evictions, but even the president isn't sure it has any staying power. Under these new orders, people can't be forced from their homes for failing to pay rent through October 3rd. But that's only if they live somewhere with a high or substantial spread of COVID-19 by the CDC standards. That is every county in Arizona. The problem? The Supreme Court has already decided the CDC can't just keep extending the eviction moratorium. President Biden hoping this new move will give states time to get rental assistance to the people who need it.
We have billions of dollars that we've given to states to provide for rent and utilities for those people who can't afford to stay in their homes because they can't, in an apartment, they can't pay their rent. And so we're urging them to distribute those funds to the landlords.
The Arizona Multi-Housing Association says of the $922 million in rental assistance sent to Arizona, less than $90 million has actually made it into renters' hands in need. Disturbing accusations involving a Valley principal. Chandler police arresting Victor Zamora from Legacy Academy in Mesa. He's accused of sexually assaulting at least 2 teenage boys. One of them was a student. Police say at least some of the alleged sexual assaults happened at the school. According to court paperwork, Zamora is also in the country illegally. His visa expired in 2019. He's now being held on $1 million bond. Police believe more victims could be out there, so they're asking families to come forward if they have any information about Zamora. An update tonight to a teen recovering after being hit by a car on their way to school. We sent you a breaking news alert on this one. The teen hit at 59th Avenue and Baseline near Betty H. Fairfax High. Police say a car hit the student while they were crossing the street just outside of a crosswalk.
With school starting again, there's kids everywhere. There's a lot more pedestrian traffic, particularly in this time of day. And we urge drivers to please be cognizant of kids crossing mid-block, even though they're not in a crosswalk.
The teen has serious injuries. The driver stayed right there on scene. Police don't believe they were speeding or impaired. Our Operation Safe Roads team is committed to keeping drivers and kids safe around schools, and you can find resources on promoting pedestrian safety on abc15.com/roads.
Another day, another excessive heat warning. I'm Chief Meteorologist Amber Sellens, and the valley's still on heat alert through Wednesday. The alerts farther to the west along the Colorado River Valley will be in effect Thursday as well. So this heat taking over our forecast, and temperatures back up above 110 degrees tomorrow. We'll start the day in the 80s, end up in the mid-90s by 9 a.m. And then those triple digits take over as we head through the rest of the day. It does look like we'll stay below record territory. Tomorrow's record 116 degrees set back in 1960. 175. So thankfully, we're not going to touch that. But we also still have a continuation of our air quality alert. So really just not looking like a good day to be outside here in the valley. That ozone high pollution advisory may make it difficult for many of us to breathe outside. As we take a look at the next 7 days, temperatures will start to drop on Thursday, and then we'll start to see a little bit more monsoon moisture flow in. A slight chance for spotty showers and thunderstorms through the weekend as temperatures drop.
For the latest headlines, weather, and traffic, visit ABC15.com or download our free ABC15 mobile app.
This ABC 15 Flash Briefing is sponsored by Sanderson Ford. Straight up.